Okay, are you ready to talk about intervals? You think intervals easy, right? An interval is just a distance between one note and another note on the keyboard. And that's true. So when you're young and you're starting out piano lessons, you learn that as we count these keys, we can count distance. From this key to this key, 1, 2. That's a second. From this key to this key, 1, 2, 3. That's a third. So it's super easy if all we're doing is counting from white key to white key. Or on the staff, we learn very quickly that from a line to a space, we count intervals going line, space, line, space. So 1, 2. How about if I'm going from this line to this space? 1, 2, 3, 4. We just have to always count from line to space, and then we can always tell how far apart notes are. But intervals get more complex because not only do we have distances between our white keys, or even simpler, distances between the letters of the musical alphabet. So for example, between the letters A and B, that's a consecutive A, B, that's a step. There's nothing in between, we call it a second. How about A to C? A, B, C, that's a third. So things get more complex when we start to add in our black keys. So on your theory test, and here you are in level 4, you've been in piano lessons for several years, and you're asked to understand the difference between some different kinds of intervals. We have major intervals, minor intervals, and we even have perfect intervals and diminished intervals and augmented intervals. Not too hard to remember if you think of the different kinds of triads that you've learned about so far. We have major triads, minor triads, diminished triads, augmented triads. So we have all of those options for intervals as well as an interval called a perfect interval. So your mind gets blown a little bit when you start to hear about all the different kinds of intervals.